Hey, good morning. Welcome to Zach of All Trades Kitchen Edition. This morning I'm going to be demoing for you what I like to call my off-grid waffle maker. First and most important move, coffee. Start there. It's going to make your waffle making much easier. So I was feeling a little bit bad this morning that I hadn't gotten my follow-up on the boot break-in thing filmed for you guys, and was going to be loafing on my commitment to try to upload something on a Sunday morning. So I thought, I'm making breakfast anyway, and I had made a promise around Christmas to show you my off-grid waffle maker, and so here we go. I'm going to upload this in LD, or low definition, so that it will upload a little bit quicker, so you guys can see it at least on Sunday lunchtime or so, and yeah, then later on I'll re-upload it in HD if it's worth it. Anyway, so I figured I might as well just go ahead and show you the whole process of how we make waffles in our house. We've got some weird substance intolerances. That may sound wrong, but we've got some well, due to the little dude, his system is still kind of developing, and consequently eggs and milk don't go real well in our house. So we've made a bunch of substitutions, and I'm going to show you that just in case you're, well, I guess these waffles will turn out to be vegan, for what it's worth. Before we start making the waffle batter, I want to talk a little bit about this thing. This is, I don't know how old this is. It's probably early 1900s or so. They're made for making waffles on your old school wood burning cook stove. So there's a color thing that comes with this that the one that I got was not exactly a match, but it's okay because it turns out well. If you're making waffles with these, first off, you want to, when you get it, because you're going to get it out of an old antique shop or junk shop or resale store of some sort, go ahead and re-season it. There's lots of videos out there about how to season cast iron, but I highly recommend doing so with this. Before you start making the waffle batter, go ahead and put this on your burner. If you can see it here. There we go. Put it on your burner on about medium to medium low. That way it can heat all the way through nice and slow. Now for the batter. I've called this off-grid waffles because of the waffle maker. I'm going to be using a blender, which clearly is not much of an off-grid appliance. This whole method will still work just fine if you have a little egg beater, egg beater mixer. Mix all this stuff up in a bowl. I just like to do it in a blender because it keeps everything all in one spot, and it's really simple. So we do 2 cups of almond milk. As a substitute for the eggs, we do a half a cup of this pumpkin pie filling, and all it is pumpkin. There's nothing else in it, just pumpkin. It works as a good substitute for the eggs, and in the proportions of about a 1/4 cup of this stuff per 1 egg that you're substituting. And really, you don't get much, if any, pumpkin flavor by doing this. I think I could say so authoritatively because I don't like pumpkin. Thanksgiving comes around, pumpkin pies come out. Keep them because they don't do anything for me. But believe it or not, this works just fine for me. Now 4 tablespoons of oil. Which oil you use, kind of your, up to your discretion. I like to use olive oil. Followed by 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. We do this as a substitute for white sugar, just because I don't mind using sugar, but I like to try to keep as much processed gunk out of our diet as possible. Decided to try this one day and it works really well. I like to do this after the oil because now your teaspoon still has a little coating of oil on it, and your syrup pours right out of it. So 2 tablespoons of that, and that's it for our wet ingredients. And next comes 2 cups of flour that I'm going to add a half a cup at a time while the blender's going. Next, have your helper put in 6 teaspoons baking powder. There you go. 3. What comes after 3?
4.
Right. 4.
5.
Alright. And?
8.
No.
5.
5.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6.
6. There we go. Now that this thing has been heating up for a while, it's good and hot. You want to put some oil of some sort on both surfaces. And don't do like I did. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that because you've seasoned it, it's not going to stick. Because when waffle batter sticks in this waffle maker, it takes practically an act of Congress to get it out. So, holy smokes. Smoke. So, go ahead and grease up, oil up, use whatever you'd like, whether that be coconut oil or olive oil or whatever non-stick that you like to use. Put it on there. Now here's fair warning. You guys might not get to see the very first one because, well, you know how it goes. First one goes to the dog. That's because first one typically gets screwed up. If it turns out alright, you guys will see the first one. I want to show you a nice one. Alright, here's round 2. The first one stuck terribly and just came out as a giant mess. I've now re-greased the waffle iron. So since there's no timer on this thing, no little light to turn green for you, what you want to do, watch for the steam to subside. Whereas as it's cooking out the moisture, once the steam pretty well tapers off, then go ahead and flip it. And we'll cook it for another, I don't know, minute or so, because there will be a little bit more steam as it reheats the other side. We'll see how this one works. Hopefully it's better than the last one. Alright, we still got a little bit of steam going on here, but I'm going to call that fairly well subsided. I'm going to flip it. Give it another minute or so. And now see if we can peel this waffle out. That's more like it. There we go. Look at that. Hot. In our family, we like crispy waffles. So as you're making your batch of waffles, I like to just set the oven on the lowest setting it'll go and put the waffles in there just straight on the rack. And as you make the rest of your waffles, rather than stacking them on top of each other so they get soggy or soft, these waffles will be nice and crisp. They're pretty crisp as is coming out of that waffle maker, but this will keep them just perfect. Nice, warm enough to melt your butter, and nice and crispy. I hope you've enjoyed making waffles with me this morning. If you have, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it at all, why are you still here? If you're still here, give it a thumbs down if you didn't like this process. I'd like to take a quick moment to send a big thank you to my stepdad Lee for hunting down this awesome old waffle maker for us. And I'd like to, I've said before and I'll say it again, this thing makes the best waffles, our favorite waffles in our family. So if you have the opportunity to go find one of these, go find one for sure. Again, I really appreciate you watching. I hope you have a blessed Sunday, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Take care.